Hi everyone, long time no see. This is a very great day with raining. Hope you guys are doing well now. It's been a while since I launched my spin-leaf residence, and I'm very glad to share with you that this particular project has already almost fully sold. So what is my next review about a project which I want to share with you, a particular project that is located nearby. So in this video, if you are viewers looking for the houses, not just one but two top schools within 1 kilometers of freehold project for investment value, this video you should watch it out.
And I've been waiting in the shadow of the sun, seizing time and know what's been before. Close the curtains, what you waiting for? And I've been keeping secrets till I'm in the ground.
So let me share with you this particular project called Freehold, a boutique 1 kilometer to 2 primary schools such as Catholic High School as well as Tong Primary School. And last, it is actually located next to Upper Thomson MRT. How is my review about this project? Let's check it out now. As much as whether the good schools is worth to pay premium value, here are the examples of existing launches that are near good schools. As for the new upcoming launches, in fact, I'm very looking forward to all these projects because they are mainly coming from OCR. I'm very looking forward to this Thomson view ever since I have shared with you about the spin-leaf residence located at District 20. District 20 is actually one of the districts that are expecting more demands from the HDB upgraders. So Thomson view could be actually 1 kilometer to Tong Primary School, and the break-even price is actually around 1,004. As for Laven Walk, which is actually near my house, and basically the break-even could be about 1,008. So as based on these two projects, right, you could see that Thomson view may actually create a very high interest from the buyers because the break-even price is actually quite lower than the Laven Walk at the Bukit Panjang. Moving forward to our Lakeside Drive, which you could see the break-even price is also close to 2,000, and that is near Wulang Primary School. So the nearby projects such as Sora and Lake Gardens are actually closer, selling around 2003 to 2004. So we might expect Lakeside Drive might be selling higher than that. Followed by Hougang Central, that is actually a mixed development located at Hougang, which there is MRT downstairs. So that could also come up with the same concept as the Park Town residence. Moving forward to Chuan Grove, since the Chuan Park has almost been fully sold, that Chuan Grove could be another high-price project because that Chuan Grove is the last block in Serangoon, followed by our Tampines Street 95, 1 kilometer to St. Hilda Primary School, and that Tampines Street 95 is actually built by our Xinlian together with the Oriel residence. So you could expect that the Xinlian developer may sell even higher due to the bidding price. Why am I sharing with you that the freehold will are facing a limited supply in District 20? Because for my first research about the whole area at District 20, there are about 32 projects representing 389 listings for sale, and the PSF average is about 1,009. As I filter out into few primary schools such as Tong Catholic High School, CHI3 St. Nicholas Girls School, these three primary schools are the top schools in District 20. So I've discovered there are about 23 projects with 278 listings. But if I decided to actually filter out all the freehold 999 leasehold, I realized that District 20 has a very limited number of projects, and there are only 9 projects representing 43 listings, and the prices is around 2,000 PSF. So before I start with, many people actually ask how come Artisan8 is not rebuilt, it is done in ENA. So the questions in my mind right now was actually, if let's say the developer is going to rebuild this project, do you think the prices will be selling even higher in terms of the construction cost, manpower, and GST, etc.? The second thing is I realized if this is done in ENA, right, the buyers will be able to get the keys collection as early as possible. Then the TOP is actually estimated in around March 2027. So that means to say you can actually move into these brand new conditions in 1.5 years. So according to this particular news, which is by Business Time, the URA shoebox rules do not impose minimum flat size by Minister Wong. So what does this actually mean to you for those who are looking at District 20? First of all, it will come up with more affordable entry price because smaller units can still be built. Secondly, for higher rental yield as well, because if shoebox and compact 2-bedroom units are allowed, especially for District 20, then that is a good opportunity for those who are looking for investment. And thirdly, it will be talking about the future supply as well. And in the long-term value, this will also attract those investors looking for flexibility in units mix. So for your information, Artisan8 is just ANA, so they are facing different direction, north, south, east, west. So this is actually the orientation for Artisan8. So the one that is facing east will actually facing the landed property, while the one that are facing west is actually mainly quite close to the shop houses and other lower rise building. With such an Artisan8 project, with boutique projects, smaller units about 36 units with 8 commercial units, these are the common questions being asked by the buyers who are actually considering Artisan8. The first common question is that people always ask whether the boutique project is safer to enter. Let's find out more about some data from other boutique projects in terms of sales performance. So for District 19, such as Vibes and Koban, we have about 36 units, and TOP is 2014. If such a boutique projects, we have some of the profitable transactions over here. Same for the Orange, which is at District 5, such a boutique projects, there is also some profitable transactions. The next one will be District 19, such a boutique project such as D High Road. You can see we have some profit amount as well as loss amount. Based on the ULE map, I actually draw out at least 5 boutique projects near Artisan8, which is located at the Simland. Out of 5 projects, we have 3 projects that are 1 km to Tong and Catholic High School, and the other 2 1 km to Thom Primary School. Let's find out more about their sales performance. Wow, so the Thomson B1 has actually fetched about more than 400,000 profit amount. Thomson B2 more than 300,000 profitable amount. Thomson Imperial Courts almost 1 million. 311 more than 400k. Country Grandeur more than 1 million. So Country East Square has actually fetched almost more than 1 million profitable amount. The highest is actually 2 million. So why am I sharing with you all these projects in different districts based on their sales performance? The reason being is I want to let you understand that not all boutique projects will lose money and not all boutique projects will make money. It really depends on the different factors, but for this particular District 20, you will notice that almost 5 or 6 projects near Artisan8 has actually fetched some good profitable amount. I have shortlisted 3 primary schools under oversubscribed schools in 2025. They are Town Nan School, Tong, as well as Nanyang Primary School. You can see that those projects within 1 km has fetched higher PSF growth as compared to those projects that are not within 1 km to Town Nan. So the next slide I'll be sharing with you about the Nanyang Primary School. You will notice that the Nanyang within 1 km is fetching higher PSF growth as compared to those projects that are not within 1 km to Nanyang Primary School. So for Thom Primary School, the prices is actually very different from the other 2 schools that I have researched on, because you could see that those projects that is within 1 km to Thom Primary School has fetched a lower PSF growth as compared to those projects that are not within 1 km to Thom Primary School. For those who are looking for primary school, whether you want to go for Thom, Town Nan or other projects that are within 1 km to top schools, you will need to understand the importance about the supply and demand, whether there's a chances of oversubscribing rates, whether your kids are able to enter to the primary school, and whether the supply and demand will actually help you to enroll into this school and also help you to bring the value of the property in future. So out of curiosity, I went to find out more about the supply of 99 years leasehold versus freehold over the demand of Thom and Catholic High School within 1 km. So based on the 99 years leasehold, you will notice that we have about 267 listings for sale for those projects that are within 1 km to 2 top schools, whereas the freehold ones owns about 31 units for sale. As much as primary school is very important to you, I also want you to understand how the oversubscribing rates for these 2 schools. So based on my research from these 2 schools, from my left, Thom School, we have 60 alumni applicants applied for it, and all of them are within 2 km, and yet we have 27 slot for them. As for those who are applying within 1 km to primary school, you will notice that we have 85 applicants taken and 41 of them are actually for within 1 km. So what does this actually mean to you? It means for firstly, same for Catholic High School, both projects, right? For those who are alumni applicants within 1 km to either Thom or Catholic High School, you will stand higher chance. So I actually come up with this timeline for those kids who wants to enroll 1 km to Catholic High School as well as Thom School. But what I want to share with you for this particular project Artisan8, due to its TOP March 2027 and the vacant possession is 2028, for those who are considering this project, kids with 5 years old and below can consider this project. Why is that so? So let me share with you how it works. So according to the government rules, right, you need to have a vacant possession within 2 years of child's entry, and by the time when you starts at 2028, you need to backtrack about 30 months to register for your kids' school. July 2026, August 26, it will be the day where you need to register a primary school. with 13 months period and followed by your enrollments in 2027.
So for example, if let's say you are buying a property this year in 2025, given the seller stamp duty for 4 years, right, you can estimate it actually sell your house in 2030. That is actually quite an ideal deal because in 2030, you will realize that there is a new transformation in the MRT, and that's what the government is going to actually implant the Thomson East Coast Line to Changi Airport. This could be another potential demands of investor or buyers who are looking to find something very near to Changi Airport within minutes walk to MRT. Now the question is the admission difficult? In my opinion, I feel that for those alumni applicants, they may have some chances for you all to enter because even in 2024 and 2025 results, there is some slots given for those applicants who are staying after 2 kilometers. However, for 2B and 2C, I think the chances is actually very slim because of the oversubscribing for those who are staying near 1 kilometers to primary school. The common question that people always ask, west sun and hot shade. If you are someone who is looking for feng shui, then there's nothing much I can help you. But for those who are concerned about west sun, I have something to share with you. This is something that you must actually continue to watch this video. So let me share with you what are the available units for now that are facing non-west sun and as well as squarish layout. Basically based on these budgets, right, I have actually turned out with this table specifically for you. On the left, you could see there are some numbers under the bedroom types, and these are representing the maintenance fee. Actually, the good point about Artisan8 is that it has a very low maintenance fee with no facility except electronic entry for the car park. So for those that are highlighted in red, this means that they are fully sold. As for the orange, that means we have about 2 units. So if you are looking for those specifically feng shui orientation or shape, this is something that you should look out for it. So here is the summary of the after booking result. So what I actually churned out is that all these units out of 34 units, right, you will see that we have 28% of buyers are actually readily accepting the units facing west sun, while 31% of the buyers are readily accepting the odd or slight shape. So what I want to share with you this table is the 1 bedroom don't have west sun. So we have 2 units available for 1 bedroom not facing west sun, just that it could be some squarish or slight shape. Do drop me a text if you want to find out more about the floor plan. We have this interesting influencer called Ryan who just bought a east condo that is facing directly west for unblocked view. So if you want to find out more about this buttering firm that actually benefits you to reduce the heat, this is something that you should look at. Do feel free to scan this video to find out more about his explanation of his renovation. For those who wants to find out more whether this shape can make money, let me share with you this particular example from District 3 Condo at Queenstown. You look at all these projects, 不是四四方方, and they have very plentiful space of the balcony, and that actually shows that all these layout actually have proven track record of profitable amount. So I actually went out to do some research about the nearby freehold projects such as Country Granger 311, Thomson Impression, and Thomson V2 and 3. So what I noticed that this layout in terms of the entire site plan of the projects, they are not so really squarish, but interesting part about this few projects is that the layout are quite squarish. Their layout although are squarish, but there are a lot of spaces taken into the size of the purchase price. For example, for 311 at the top right hand corner, you will notice that for such a 1 bedroom, they have a long corridor. This is the longest corridor I have ever seen. So it really depends on whether you feel that it's worth to pay for this price and a lower price for such size layout. As compared to Thomson V32, we do also have some odd shape as well, especially at the corner unit. We also have seen some profitable amount for such an odd shape in District 20. Thomson Impression have 3 bedrooms, but they have extra balcony space as well. So for your information, in Singapore, balcony space is included in the purchase price. I'm very happy to share with you my desired units, and of course these desirable units are actually based on after booking sales stay. So now I'm going to share with you about this 1 bedroom. Stat 8 is actually my ideal type because first of all, it is facing east sun. For your information, I know that west and odd shape is not the main problem, but of course if I have the choice to choose the best one, I will choose the best one. So Stat 8 is my ideal type because when you enter into this main entrance, you are given a foyer area with full and privacy. From the left, you will notice that I have actually drawn one line, a red color line. That means to say you can have more flexibility to use it as one room. And why is that so? Because the master bathroom is actually located at the left side. And that means to say your tenants can actually share the bathroom from two rooms. And one thing I really like about this project is that the AC ledge is super small because it only have 2 square meters, and this is included in the purchase price. So if you are buying a house, right, you want something that is fully utilized. So out of all this size, only AC ledge is taking the space and the rest are fully utilized. So this kind of layout is very nice because it's not only facing east sun, and it's also facing the landed property. So many people may actually wonder, especially for investors, maybe buyer for own stay, they may wonder, should I buy one bedroom at a new freehold project at a higher price, or should I go and consider other resale property? So that's why I came out with few layouts such as Thomson B2, 311 and Artisan8. If you look at the first one with 431 square feet, definitely the quantum is lower. But the question is, are you okay to pay extra amount for the balcony plus planter pot? 311 comes with super wide balcony, so it's up to your preference whether you like it or not. And lastly is Artisan8, which takes about 506 square feet. So this size is actually quite a very decent size. A 13 square meter for master bedroom is actually very huge. You can even put study table here because it comes with full height window. So imagine your tenants who is comparing the sizes in District 20 looking for a project that is near MRT. Your size may stand a higher chances of occupancy because size is something that the tenants may want. That then is my ideal type for 2 bedrooms because although it's facing west sun, which I have to share with you, you can do your splitting from. But what I want to address is the particular space over here because you can rent out 3 bedrooms with 2 baths. I really like how developer done it because you can see the common bathroom is over here. For your information, the walls cannot be had off, so you just treat it as it will be as it is. But having this bathroom located over here will allow you to have more flexibility for your potential one room at the living room, so that your tenants can rent 2 rooms with full height window and yet they can share the common bathroom beside the entrance. So this is the ideal type I feel because the space is not compromised and you still entitled about 11 square meter each room. That 12 is my most desired unit no matter what because I feel that first of all the quantum is very low with about 850 square feet. Although people may feel that 850 might look so small, but for your information, the layout is so amazing. Why is that so? Because they actually convert this kind of layout for the rooms to be fully maximized. There is no wasted corridor and you can even do 1 room in the living room. I'm so sorry to keep mentioning about 1 room in the living room because in Singapore, especially co-living companies, they always like to convert this living room into 1 room because they can increase their rental income. So this is the kind of logical sense or in terms of number. So having a living room as 1 room will help you to rent out as a common bedroom, and with a common bedroom extra 1,500 to 1,600 is a lot for you. So imagine yourself, your tenants actually enter into this entrance. You are given 4 rooms in each corner and the bathroom is located in the middle. Nowadays, if you are renting out to individual tenants, they don't really sit at the living room to watch TV. They will just go home and sleep. So with all the rooms, what I really like, especially when it comes to comparing with other projects, especially for co-living spaces, this room, especially at the living room, is very ideal type because you have full height window and you still have a dining table in the middle. So with an 850 square feet, the lowest smaller size in this project will also ensure you a higher rental yield because the maintenance fee is also lower. And most importantly, right, not to forget, it is facing east sun, so you are still enjoying a very beautiful landed facing. Moving forward to 4 bedrooms penthouse. For your information, we don't have any 4 bedrooms non penthouse. One thing that I really like about this penthouse in Artisan8 is that for so many new launches that I have seen so far, including those existing resale launches, this is my first time seeing a reusable space on the top floor. For your information, usually penthouses come with white spaces with high ceiling, but for Artisan8, it don't come with white spaces. It comes with actual rooms, not just 1, not 2, but more than 3 rooms, and that actually make it more flexibility in terms of privacy, or you want to rent out to different separate tenants. So with such a layout, what I really like is that all the rooms can fit at least a queen size bed. So if I'm buying for investment point of view or for own stay, I feel that this layout is very ideal. Step 8 and 8 Artisan. Wow, super hot, I tell you. The last but not least is really the most ideal part I want to share with you, because in Singapore, especially in District 20, all the landlord collection, there is only landlord mansion selling 5 bedrooms. For Springleaf, we also have 5 bedrooms, but that also shows that there's not many 5 bedrooms available for sale. But if you are looking for penthouses with flexible separate floor, I really recommend 5 bedroom for this Artisan8, because first of all, this is a squarish layout. So you look at all the layouts, it was very ideal, a very squarish layout. And what I really like is that your living room can do one more room. Imagine you are buying this 5 bedroom for rental. If one room fetch about 1,500, master bedroom at least 2 en suites renting out about $2,000. That could easily fetch about 10k in total, not forgetting the maintenance fee, which is also quite low. So with the flexibility of the layout that can fit more than one queen size bed, you will see that we also have one more study room over here, which you can put your luggage as well. At the same time, you still have a dining area for your co-living tenants to stay here. So this type is really ideal in terms of your own stay or investment. I feel that it's really quite iconic kind of layout that you might not be able to see this in other launches. So that's why I want to share with you this video, because not many people know that this penthouse have proper rooms on the top. So it's the one and only 5 bedrooms at Artisan8, and the unit number is 0404. Some people may button this for, but some people find that 双喜联盟. If you know the Chinese word, 24 means 双喜. Good luck. Last but not least, thank you so much for viewing this video. I hope you like it. I have actually done all these research just to let you know this presence of Artisan8 and how this District 20 can bring in more demands of the HDB upgraders and investors for this. But what I feel that District 20 is actually quite potential area, and also we will be facing another upcoming project called Thomson View. So do drop me your text if you want to find out more, because that will be probably launching soon as well. So if you want to find out more about other projects, you can always drop me a text and I can share with you more one-to-one analysis. At the same time, for this project, this is just based on my honest review, and it's up to you to feel free to share your comment. I'm really happy to hear your comment as well as your thoughts in mind, whether you find the west sun is important to you or odd shapes important to you, or has anyone who has actually stayed in odd shape or west sun facing. Do let me know. I am happy to hear you, because Singapore is a very small country, but we have a lot of buildings that are facing different kind of orientation. So let me know your thoughts. See you, and don't forget to subscribe me. Okay, bye bye.